years from home till I found you. A galaxy in front of me, going up above. Don't look down.
Damn, feeling lucky. How about more streets? Us two in these streets. Diamonds on my feet. Caught up in these talks. Circling my head top. Should've been more cautious. Now I got what I wanted. Many I've been here before. Made it out of 11 more. Like my phone CoinEx. So I can't stop, I want it all. Listen up, I'm calling you. I need you to tell the truth. Remember when you wanted to. Remember that I said my truth. Turn around, eat your greens. When you fight, but you do it really clean. Then you come to the bed and you love real dirty. Everybody sweater drops, you're real keen.
Check 1 2 1 2.
Can't remember when I've had the same please. The shops of the club never had no boundary. How's it gonna be? Wanna eat these centipedes? Where we gonna go? You're gonna need these calories. Giving me a treat to refill these batteries. Then you only them on your knees. There's no way to dream. Ooh, it's sneaking up on you. There's nothing you can do. There's things about the boo. Sneaking up on you, there's nothing you can do. There's things about the boom. I lose control when you do it like that. Thank God you love when I go mad. Got you at the perfect time. I was you know what you
Why'd you change the channel for? I was watching that. Dang it, Sean, you hit the wrong button again. I'm sorry, Road Dog. Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. My name is Lane. We're taking a look at the market right now, like we do every night. Say something different. Say something exciting. Well, we suffered. A lot of our bags going low with this big drop we had. Got a lot of us down. You can feel the sentiment, feel the vibrations just lowering in our spirits. And the only thing that you can do when your vibrations go low is, but you gotta get them higher. So if you apply high vibrations to your lower vibrations, it usually makes them happy. Sometimes it stimulates things. Sometimes it makes bags grow bigger. Sometimes it makes things hard, so be careful with your vibrations. But just remember, keep it positive, keep your vibrations high. That has been a public service announcement from Road Dog Crypto. Thanks for joining me tonight, everybody. Quickly, I thought a putty tat. Well, take a look at Bitcoin over here on the 6 minute, because this is where I watch it when it's boring and it's been doing the same thing for days on days on days since June 24th, 8 a.m. We suffered this big drop down here, scared the whole market, made me kind of look at it and go, oh crap, that's not, I don't want to, well, I mean, I don't want to go any further. And I might buy if you promise me you won't come back here, but so here we come. Looked like it might be a V-shaped recovery. Wasn't. Came up to the 618 Fibonacci pull from the swing high to here, just for this little short movement, and we've not been able to break past that. Oh man, not the most. I mean, it's better than going down. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I was looking at the scallop here, you know, and drew this out. Now, actually, I expected that to actually come down lower. Honestly, I did expect it to come down lower, and then possibly get one of these little moves here. I guess we're compromising right now, but I mean, I'll take that rather than coming down for a lower low. I know some of you out there just saying, I want it to go lower. I want to get me some more Bitcoin. I got to get me some more Bitcoin, and I might even buy me some altcoins when he comes down. I know what you're thinking. That's a smart move too, but you know, a lot of us are kind of hurting right now. I don't know. We've all felt some pain, unless you were the smart ones that shorted it from the top, or at least sold off a lot more of your bags up there and got that dry powder, and you got the little greedy. You're on the right side of the trade, baby. You're doing it. You're doing it. Some of us didn't pull it off exactly just perfectly. Some of us did better than we did before. It's a varying degree there. Some of us just caught up in it, man. Some of us bought too high, and now we hurting. Welcome to crypto. But Bitcoin is trying to make a little bit of a recovery. I mean, but we're not clear. We're not out of the woods. It's a nice try, but no matter how we look at it, it's still a rising channel, which is ultimately, it's a bullish pattern, people. I mean, don't get spoiled with what you've been seeing in the market over the past few months. When we get these bullish patterns, they just keep going to the upside like crazy, like the no rules apply. I mean, at some point, the rules start applying back. We get out of that crazy bullish aspect, and we start feeling a little bearish trend. And might she break down? I mean, I don't know. I hope not. I like the scallops. I like what I'm seeing here. I think there's a sign that we might actually break above the 618, but we hadn't done it yet. And until it shows me they can do it, I got to sit here and look at Bitcoin kind of sideways and say, what are you doing, baby? I mean, you got something that a lot of people are going to be quick to say, oh, okay, an inverted head and shoulder. It's on the 6 minute. I mean, mind you, when you zoom out to the 4 hour, we're just kind of, where is it? Oh, that little thing. Well, maybe it counts. Now, normally with these, I do like to see this scallop kind of be a little bit lower, but the thing is, man, well, this could still do something like this. This is normally kind of what I kind of look for out of these little guys. Is a bigger accumulation with a little bit more of a rounded bottom, and that bottom's just not as rounded as what it could be, because it could just blow out there and just be a big old one of them big old booty smackers. I don't know how else to describe it other than a booty smacker. Not quite a booty smacker right now, in my personal opinion, but I wouldn't, you know, I'm not complaining. I mean, there's beauty in those curves there, clearly. But the real question is, are we going to make it past this 618? Because until we do, this is going to be a rejection to more downside. And that brings us down to these areas, about 56,347. And I wasn't really wanting to do that. I mean, you know, maybe can for a short time, but I don't want to hang down at these lower prices. Oh, looky. Oh, we got a 618 from me. Where did you get from, darling? I picked you from up here. Let me straighten out my lines. I just like going back over things and making sure I'm accurate. Now, I'm not really accurate on that. I will stick by this trend line. I know I picked it up somewhere, but I just quoted her from the wrong line there, I suppose. Where the hell did you come from? From here? Well, that doesn't make sense. Let me zoom out. Let me zoom in my chartsies here. How about we go to the one we were looking at before? There we go. I got my same line right there. I'm sticking with it. I don't care what you say. I'm sticking with my fibs. Look, it lines up there. Swing high to swing low. So I'm sticking with this chart. Don't just start lying to me. This is the one we've been looking at anyway right here. And following from the early stages of this guy. And now I'll update this one. I've just been trading on the other one. Let's get you up to grabs here, up to standards with our new information. Get this fib off of here because it's just making too much noise. And we got the channel idea we had on the other one, and also paying attention to this trend line that we got. Probably have to zoom out to a bigger time frame to appreciate it, but pretty good trend line, you know, pretty good idea. And it all kind of says, man, we need to get above 62.6 would be a good number. It actually spells out about 62.5. Getting above that, let's move this guy over here, would be helpful. That would be a breakout in so many ways, above the 618 and above this trend line. And then we could at least look to maybe getting a measure move to the top of this channel. And that could get us back up to maybe 66.7, 66.8. Support resistance flip area right through here. Nice little place right there. I likes it. I likes it. I want to go with that. I would say out of all the measure moves that you take, if you take them from a channel, they're pretty well spot on. 1-to-1. They don't have to do any kind of fancy multiplying or reduction on them. But I'll stick with that. 66.8 could be a possibility. Get that breakout. I like that. A little double bottom action going on there. Hope it doesn't turn into a triple bottom, but who knows? Hey. What do we got here? Bitcoin reversal, upside reversal around July 5th. Well, I'm really feeling the 6th, but there's some evidence I've seen. Just some slight evidence. It's worth just looking at. Just to throw out there, but nothing to bet the farm on. Not that crazy, but we'll have fun with it. But I do see some signs of something maybe happening. And of course, then the ETH news came out about that area, so that would be fuel to the fire. But there are some charts just drawing the trend lines down. Takes us around July 5th, July 6th. Might see a little turnaround in the market. Lord knows our altcoins needs it. Right now today, they look kind of all right. Got some requests in the chat. We'll take a look at those little guys. Right now, I just want to come over here and celebrate this beautiful breakout of this trend line we got. A total of 3. She came down, broke out, went flip-flop, limp dick right down there, just flopped right over, couldn't do anything. And now we're starting to come up and making higher highs there, or at least for local highs. Get past this other high, support resistance flip area looks like. Right here, about 612 billion. We're not far from that. Just a few more billion will get us up. This is what I was hoping for. Well, I was hoping it would happen back here. It did not, but we might be looking for a bearish retest, man. We come back all the way up. Number go up in our bags, and if you've been buying on the lows on the altcoins, then you could see some profits up here. The only bad thing is a possible, I'm expecting rejection in these areas and a rollover, and maybe come back to where we are now, revisit these low altcoin prices again or lower. So my plan is to really go a little bit heavier on taking my profits and pulling out some collateral and all that good stuff when we get up to around 650, 665-ish billion dollars on total 3. So I want to keep my little layers up here to remind me. Might ought to put a sign that says sell here, dummy. I'm not selling out of all, but I would just want to, you know, buy, take some profit, have some dry powder, buy more product, put it out there, and get some more dry powder, and just wash, rinse, and repeat. Walk out this crazy mess, well, whatever. It break the trend line. That's the big thing, right? We're starting to make higher highs, higher lows. Might get a turnaround, meaning that we've bounced off the bottom here if we can get past this point. I like that. I like that total 3. Get a little relief rally that I've been. I won't say I'm been calling for it. It's been showing some signs. I won't say I've been calling for it. I called it. If you'd been in my Telegram group, you would have known. I'm not being that guy. But just we need that. We need that. And finally, it looks like we're finally going to get it. So, thank you, Jesus. Let's go check out some altcoins over here. We got a request for GME and Solana. GME, I've not looked at that. I do have some of this because I've made a little I got a little degen. I got a base degen thing and a Solana degen thing, and I got GME on both of them. There's 2 different ones. I don't know if they're the same thing or not. I think they're different prices, so I don't know. But there's a GME on base and one on Solana. I think we're looking at the one on MexC, which should be the one on Solana, I believe, if I'm correct. Looks like we got about an 886 retracement there, which should be a nice bottom area. We'll just double check. Boom. Oh, well, looky there, 886. Isn't that crazy? You just eyeball it, and you just, because you play with the fibs so long, they repeat themselves so often that you just, that's what that is. You just It's the same thing. If you work in a jewelry store and you size rings, size fingers and stuff like that, pretty soon you can look at a woman's finger and say, oh, you're a size 4. Oh, you're a 5.5. It's crazy, but you just get used to it. Get better at your craft, I guess. Experience is really what will help you the most. You got to get into these charts. If you don't have your charts open right now, following along with me, then why not? Unless you already know what you're doing and you're just, watching me screen through coins. That's fine too. That's basically what I really wanted to do on some of these live streams. It's just kind of be a screener. I end up starting to talk about TA too much though. I don't know. I just love to talk about it. Love to talk about crypto. I'm too busy trying to talk about it than to try to finagle some kind of paid course or something like that to chill on people, because I just like to talk about crypto. My wife won't talk to me about it, so I got you guys. Hey guys, glad you're here. So is this a breakout, or we just going sideways? That's good. It's not bad. It's a good sign that we found our bottom here. The other thing is that now we had such a steep retracement. This Fibonacci level that we're pulling here is just really a scale from 0 to 100% there, and well, there's a chance she'll go back up here to where she came from. There's also a chance this has a deep retracement. Well, she might get penalized a little bit. May not be as nice. May not be a higher high coming just yet. She might have to take her time a little bit. First of all, she's got to get past this little area that I call an accumulation zone, that 236 Fibonacci. She's got to get there. That's at 0.12, and she's sitting at 0.008. So right off the bat from the bottom areas here. Well, if you're where the FOMO in now, which if we zoom to a smaller time frame, well, if you're going to FOMO, I mean, this would be not the worst time to FOMO. It's never a good time to FOMO, but sometimes it's worse than others. This one's, at least she's on an uptrend, right? So I would rather FOMO in on an uptrend than on a big, solid, big, fat, high green candle. Just a little Humpty Hump by the dips, baby, by the dip. When you go ups, you come downs. You go ups, you come downs. If you buy some on the downs against that bottom trend line, that's my favorite spot. Everybody has a different way of doing it, though. I just find that I get the best risk reward ratio, and I don't get stopped out as much there when I do use a stop. So here we are at 0.012. Let me throw a little price tag up there for this guy. Change that little line so I got this color coded, so I remember what I do. Man, every one of these fibs from that swing high look good, but I would not expect. It's going to have some trouble with that 618. I really would. I would look there. At most, I wouldn't expect it to get much past the 786 area if she does go make it past the 618. Just because we'll probably recover a little bit. She's still in recovery mode. But then she'll gain some momentum, and then we can start looking at higher highs. But I don't think she's going to make a higher high on her first attempt here at 3.3 cents. I could be totally wrong. You say, Road Dog, you suck, man. You didn't see that coming. And I'll say, no, but it's being true to my strategy, which plays out for me, the majority of the time, and helps me not have to go to work for somebody else and sling diamonds anymore, or whatever, all the other stuff that I used to do to make a living in this crazy world. But what kind of gains can we look at from here? Did we do that already? Well, we have 40% there to the first target. Up here to 0.0165-ish, 84%. Next target. Man, beautifully lining up with the fibs. I'm just saying, just fib it out. 0.0198. 121%. Get up to the 618 Fibonacci area, where I expect a bunch of sell orders just to be waiting there to take profit and or to short this where it's possible. GME, I would say there are definitely some shorts available, even if it is a meme coin and not the meme stock. 0.022, man, that's 155% from this little bottom area. I like the bottom areas. You throw on one of these little risk reward guys here, and no, you might have something. Let's see. If you took the lowest stop loss, that's 31%. There's no way in hell I would do that on an 8-hour time frame. I would be going just right below the candle. That's honestly what I would be doing. That's about 10 or 11%. Because if you go below your candle open there, this is probably screwed. You're probably still You're probably still not on your uptrend. Really, what I'll do in situations, map out things on a bigger time frame like this, and then come down to a smaller one. First, I come to the 4 hour, get a feel for it. There's a support resistance area, so we should not go lower than there if we really, really want to keep up a trend. By my rules, I would be putting a stop loss here. So the real thing to do is to wait till price comes down and you get a good entry here, darling. You buy on the bottom of the trend line. Be patient because you don't have to buy up here. But if it does bounce from here, then jump in and put a stop loss up here. You see what I'm saying? If she does bounce here and makes a higher high, you can FOMO in, put an order, but you can set your stop loss below that. But really, below this trend line, in my personal opinion, that's the best place to put a stop loss. That's just what I think. My 2 cents on it. I just like those low risk to reward ratios. I rather those low risk trades with a high risk to reward. 18. I mean, that's kind of crazy, but I mean, this does have a good shot. I mean, but look, do a shorter. There's those big moves that just take forever. Well, this one shouldn't take us forever. That's almost a 6-to-1 risk reward ratio ish. I mean, no finagle, just depending on where you buy in and put your stop loss, but you got some good deals there, man. A little double bottom thing going on here, a little booby show here, and a little line that we're starting to get. It looks good to me, but. And I kind of like this. Kind of tells me once we get past the 200 moving average, man, she might even come up higher. Nice. That's what I got for GME. Let's go take a look at Solana. Before I do, give a shout out to everybody who's hanging out with me. I saw Joe. Joe was first over there hitting the like button. Whoa, I lost the chat again. Boomer. All right, so shout out to Joe. Joe is, you guys don't know. Did I close that? For real? Huh, okay. Let's go take out, Joe is a fellow YouTuber. Joe, I used to be in the trading group and I left it and I came back. And when I came back, one of the reasons I came back was because, well, they were doing a lot of new stuff. They'd actually hired some admins, not just volunteers and stuff, but to teach and put out trade setups and just help people out. And I thought, man, this trading group's actually starting to do some stuff. I'm kind of impressed that I came back. Well, there was, I don't know what happened there, but while I was there and Joe was teaching, I mean, Joe was out there helping a lot of people. He's got a YouTube channel called Trade Intuition. Go check it out because he's got lots of alpha over there teaching price action trading. He knows how to trade it all, but he sticks with those fundamentals, which you need to know that. And those are the things that we all have to learn or should learn. You should be learning that when you start. If you're not learning that, well, you're probably on the wrong track. If you don't have down what he's teaching there, and he goes to the mindset of how to enter trades and how to, you get to go with his mindset. And that's one of the biggest things that helped me with trading was the screen shares that they would do in that group. And I got to see what the guy's thought process was, and that helped me to kind of really things to click. So what I try to do on my show is go through my thought process and things. I don't know if it clicks for you guys or not. I hope it does. But Joe is really, really good at that. So give him a subscribe there. Check out his videos. And he puts out a lot of shorts, really snippets of just good alpha to know in this market to help you be successful, and that's what it's all about. So shout out to Joe. And we also got It's Remy No Limit. How's it going? Got Crypto 420. Joe said he's in a did you say you're in a Unify, I think, is it right? Unfi long. Is it not doing good? You're a 25x long on this altcoin? Ooh. Your DJing got to you, didn't it? Sometimes you got, I embrace DGen. DGen is that little wild part of you that just does stupid stuff every once in a while, but sometimes that little stupid stuff pays off. It does. Sometimes most of the time it doesn't. Most of the time it loses you lots of money. But you have to, But you know, I've tried to control that degen in me, and I couldn't. The only way that I could do it is lock him away, give him a little bitty playground of his own to keep him occupied, a little bitty account where he can meme out, do stupid stuff, jump in, whatever. And then I keep all my mean stuff and serious stuff over with the big people, with the grown-ups, and let the little degen just play in his playpen. All right. Sometimes he does good. A lot of times he just ruins me, especially if he's on leverage. He's horrible with leverage. He is horrible. When the degen gets now when the sensible part of me gets on leverage, I can do good. But when I let the degen, like, all right, just have your little 5 minutes of fun. He's like, wrecks my whole account. It wasn't pretty last time. He's in timeout right now. Joe says this lemon water tastes funny. It tastes like alcohol, but I keep drinking it. And it tastes more like lemon water the more I drink. I need to put on my suit and find a sheep to trade 77x. Joe says close the trade early. And hype up my sheep. I'll tell you, I mean, if you notice the guys that are getting out there, they're doing live trading. The ones that seem to be successful, they're kind of level-headed, right? Jason Casper's kind of level-headed. He's not sitting up there just getting all... I mean, you'll see him go cut crazy and everything, but he's not just getting there patting him. And, you know, it's the ones that get into their ego. And that's a sign. That happens to everybody, not just that one person. That one person may be a little bit prone to it. It's not just one. There's a couple out there that can get a little ego if you pay attention, but there's a few out there that's like, I can't hold it. I can't hide it. My ego's got to come out. But if you pay attention, man, when you start seeing the ego come out, wait, see if their next setup plays out. See if they're really tuned in with the charts there, because most of the time when you let the ego come in, and if they're like, yeah, I'm the man, I'm doing, I'm gonna do this to impress my people, I'm doing this, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You're supposed to do it because there's a good trade setup there, and teach people, hey, this is why it's a good trade setup, instead of saying, I'm gonna teach you just to jump in whenever, just so I can look good, and if it works out, I can get some money from you because you're impressed. I don't know. Where is the grifter? I need his help. But my grifter, I put him on suspension there. Crypto 420. Ponky, if you have time, that is actually on my list for tonight. Crypto 420. I do have a little list of coins to look at, but I'm always looking at the ones you guys want to look at. And let's see. I mean, going back to what I was just talking about ego there, I really think with trading, you it's kind of like with pre-flight checks. I haven't done this quite yet. I got the equipment and lost some of it, but paragliding was going to be one of my things. You know, where you put the lawnmower in your back, start it up, and then with the big parachute looking thing. The wing. Well, studying all that and trying to learn about that, you know, one of the biggest things that they drove home, man, was you don't fly on days that you're pissed off, days that you're depressed, sad. You have to you only fly on days that you feel kind of calm and centered. And if you have a problem being there, you don't need to fly, because that fear, panic that might just suddenly come over you can lead to something bad. If you freak out, or if you go up in a bad negative mood, I mean, you're not going to make the smartest choices in that situation when you let your emotions start taking control. And I'd say that's one of the things that trading has really, really honed in on me, is paying attention to my emotions, man. It really takes you have to take a look at yourself, and you look at hard and you say, I really didn't think that was an emotion. Damn, why, it was sneaky. That greed can mess you up. I don't feel greedy, I'm just waiting for a better price. I mean, it's so subtle. And ego, well, you're feeling good. Okay, this is working, this is good. Yeah, all right, I believe in the TA. Yeah, well, you know, I caught it again. Yeah, oh look, we nailed it. Hey man, yeah, I do it a lot, man. Yeah, I call it a lot. Yeah, I would say I win about almost all my trades. Yeah, I'm dude, man, I got this market figured out now. I got it. Because everybody's a genius when price is going up. Everybody is a genius when price is going up. It's when that price flip-flops on you, like it did the other day, dropping down to 58,000, and you find out where you really stand in this market. And a lot of people found out they didn't have anything to stand on. Because that ego came in, gave them some overconfidence. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Put that order. I know that order's up high, but go ahead, add some more to that trade there. It's all right. Number's going up. What could happen? What, you think we're going to 58,000? Oh, man. Learn how this market works, man. And then here we are. It's been crazy. I'll quit talking and I'll start getting on is it TI or DP or TI? I'll write it as you got it. TAI. But you might be talking about Celestia. Joe says, I have charts open all the time. It's the way to do it. Yes. If you don't have your chart, if you don't have TradingView or your exchange, at least your exchange thing open where you can actually draw these charts too while you're watching somebody that's drawing on the charts, man, you're missing the subtleties that they're trying to share. If you will follow along with what I do, that stuff will start clicking after a while. That's just how it works for me. I think it'll work for you. Everybody does learn different, but I think you know, it will. You learn by doing. Joe says alerts are going off crazy today, but no FOMO, just added more alerts. That's another thing Joe teaches, the alert system, which I admire. I don't use it because for me, it's got to be a habit I develop, and I want to do that. Because that just, you just set your alerts and then you wait for price to come to you. You wait for the setup to come to you rather than always having to check all the time or keep up or forgetting, oh man, I meant to look at this coin. I meant to jump in on this, because that happens to me all the time. I think I did something to my alerts on TradingView where they don't go off. I've got a bad habit when my alerts go off. I noticed that I started getting mad at them and ignoring them and cursing at them because I'd be distracted on something else. But I need to change that because that's a great strategy to use those alerts. Now, you can also use it on your phone, and I've done that, use it on exchange. And a lot of times you just set it by price, but some of those things, they'll help you, that will bring you back to the market, to your trade ideas whenever the time is right, rather than just FOMOing in because, well, I'm looking at the chart and the number's there and hell, that's close enough. Let's just go ahead and jump in. This has some logic to it at the time, but how many times has it went against you? Or it could win against you, so it's a little bit more risky. So, I mean, you know, there's little things that you can do to help finesse your win rate, and that's one of them, and Joe teaches that. I like that. So, Linda, I got kicked out of the shop of the sheep trading group for expressing my opinion at the code minute. You did? Or are you repeating somebody? That happens a lot, I see. And that's sad. That makes an echo chamber, and then eventually, when you're in an echo chamber, I mean, I guess it's kind of good in a while. You're getting told how great you are. You're getting the same feedback, and then the information starts skewing because you're not getting any new real information in. It's kind of it's kind of like when I start overthinking things. And I start thinking things without taking new information in, man, my thoughts can start leaning off to some crazy area somewhere, you know. Oh, I'll connect this dot to that dot without taking in actual real new world information. And echo chamber like that, a channel or a chat group or something, and they ban everybody that disagrees with you. I mean, sounds like a dictator. Jackson says Q2. I better start getting on these. Okay, I just came through here to try to. It's TAI, TARS, back my soul. Okay, TARS. Thank you, Mr. Rising Sun. Joe says, I used to have ego when I first started, then I got humbled. Now I'm very humble. This market will humble you. If you're actually trading this market, it will humble you. It will. Oh gosh, and perpetual futures. Oh man, that won't be really quick. Slinda says, I just mentioned that I was not in the trading group to hear about his Cadillac Escalade, and now how he takes credit for calls he gets from lifers, and he lies about his gains on his show. He does do that. Some, you know, I mean, people will bring a coin to his attention and everything, And that's great. You guys do it on here. I try to give credit for everybody who does that. And eventually I forget, but I'm never going to, you know, I'm trying not to. But I mean, somebody shares something and, you know, and then you're like, well, we called it back here. I was on that. If you'd been me, come and give me money because you would have known that because this other person contributed. I'm not going to give them credit for it. Yeah, you can see a lot of that goes on with groups and things. It's sad. I don't know. Eventually, I think that stuff will I don't know. That was one of the motivations for me starting my channel was that. And I got banned for a question, a very legit question too. You know, how do you tell the difference between a cup and handle and the M pattern or double top? Which is a legitimate question. How are you discerning between these two? Because I'm not seeing that. And that just went ugly. For no reason. I don't know. But that motivated me to start my channel. And of course, no matter what I share my opinions on that, it doesn't change anything. There's still going to be new people that go in there and fall for it. There's going to be the people that just, I don't know, maybe they like maybe it's charisma. I don't know. Maybe they like that interaction. What do they call it? The engagement. I don't know. But you know, it's just going to keep going on. There's nothing I can do to stop it. And I'm thinking, you know, and I was trying to point it out, you know, this is not really what a cup and, you know, and I was going all anal about cup and handles. And then I look at myself and I'm like, why? There's a part of me is like, why do I waste my time talking about all that? Why don't I just come out and share what I have to share? And let's just throw something new out here and let's start showing profit and loss statements. And let's just take more of a positive approach to change the system. And I kind of like that. That's what my heart's been telling me lately. And that's why I haven't been doing the grifter character or anything like that. I mean, it's fun, but is it going to help change things? It kind of helps keep that energy going and pointing fingers. And, you know, I mean, you know, sometimes I think there's some fingers that need to be pointed out there, but overall, man, I mean, I don't know. My spirit just seems to be telling me, just do you. Just do you. And that's what I keep hearing. And I don't think I'm really going to grow until I just kind of stick with that. And so I can just bring my stuff every day, and that's just how I'm looking at that right now. Anyway, let's get over to these coins. We did GME, we haven't done Solana. Let's take a look at Solana. It is 11:35. We're behind target. Target here. What are we on? The 4 hour here. We're approaching the 200 moving average there. That's cool. What else we got going on? Trend line looks kind of rough there. Come and zoom out a little bit more. Okay, so we broke that guy. Started going crazy here. 200 moving average. Well, now we got to, okay, well, here's what I do. When it comes to my trend lines, and I've not seen this anywhere else, this is just my thing. It's like, before I ever joined the group, I decided this has been like a 1 full month. Just me and the charts and trend lines and me figuring out letting the charts tell me something before I went and got somebody else's opinion. And that was valuable to me. I did learn a lot of stuff that it's making up part of my system now that I didn't know. I didn't realize that, but trend lines are a big part of that. So what I do in this situation is I go back to my last touch. Now I could look here. It's really more here. Our last touch area, and then we'll take that as our trend line. Where we're actually doing the breakout or that area. Well, I'm not coming from here, or not going, you know, I'm coming to there, and then that should be our new trajectory and our new channel that we're working on, or likely could be. And I like to take that angle and kind of identify that channel. I'm gonna put this little guy on the back burner because now we got something a little different going on. I'm drawing from candle bodies to candle bodies just to give us an idea of something to follow. But I'm looking for price to come up to about 169, maybe up to 175 in this area to retest that, and then we got to see. Now, if I wanted to stick with the actual real trend line and just draw one other than looking for the channel idea, I would be doing this, and we're getting kind of a wedge pattern. Is it a falling wedge? It might be. You might be able to see that, a shallow falling wedge. it could be the start of a bigger decline, though. So this is where my fibs come in handy, and I'll swing high to swing low and see where we're bouncing off of. Now, if we can maintain this area to 382 Fibonacci, we bounce and start making higher highs, we can expect a big-ass move, a strong, nice, big move. It'll take us to some big places, like just throwing this out there. Not that this is going to be the end-all, be-all measure move of it, but I mean, you could be looking for that 618 retracement all the way to $330 if that happens. But usually that doesn't. Usually price will continue down to the 0.5 area or down to the 618 area. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for it to possibly come ease its way down here to 92, because she could come up, get rejected. Doesn't say she has to, but it's a good idea to plan for that. Knowing that if we look for a breakout, then maybe we can add to this and expect maybe a bigger move. So Solana's kind of interesting. She's making a bounce back, coming back at 147. She's hit these lows around 120 something, right? Got a little scary for some people. Well, I pulled out them big trades and didn't take the profits when it was at 190. And get to ride the roller coaster like a professional trader will. Yeah, when you have someone that's traded their way to millions of dollars, it's only reasonable to expect that they could show you some solid trades that they helped them get there. If they cannot do that, they probably did not really trade their way to $1 million and probably cannot show you how to do that either. And these are just ideas that I throw out there just to the universe. I have not yet traded my way to $1 million, but when I do, I will tell you, and then I will show you some of those big trades and ideas that helped me get there. We might do it on the membership side. That way I can see if the IRS wants to join my membership crew. It's none of your business, baby. The accountant will straighten that out with you. Take a look at QNT. All we need is 87,000 gun-toting RSS agents to help our country get better. Did you guys see the presidential debate tonight? That's why the stream was late. I was watching that. Nothing was mentioned about crypto, unfortunately. Joe Biden talked more competently than I've heard him talk. It wasn't that great, but compared to what he usually does. Ice cream. It was a lot more than that. I don't know what the secret was, but he still had his moments. It didn't make me feel like I could sleep well at night with what he said, things he said, but that's just me. I noticed that RFK also had his own little debate. I saw that, and they were kind of timing it with that, so it's lasting a little bit longer. I thought that was interesting. It was wrong not to have him in there. That's a big ass red flag for democracy, really. And I'm not leaning toward any. Well, I'm leaning against one, and I could lean toward two others that be interesting. Probably it'd be better with either other one than what we got now. I think that's just I'm just not a political channel. I'm just out here talking. QNT, you coming down to $70 because it sure does look like it. You're at 73. I think you can go lower. Don't you dare hit 61. Don't you do it. You better stop at 70 because I'm getting tired of buying you on the cheap because you always seem to stay cheap. Can't ever get above $120 lately. What's up with you, QNT? You're really making me just wonder. I'm going to start calling you a poopy coin because this is poopy price action, QNT. I'm sorry if you're in this coin. I don't mean to talk. I do mean to talk bad about it because it deserves it. It does. It made a lower low. Yeah, you need to get your vibrations high, QNT. These low vibrations aren't helping anybody. We got to crank it up. Crank it up. High speed. Multiple speed. It's all about your vibrations. Let's take a look at Unfi. Unfi. Did you say a long? Well, I'm on the daily. What's it doing? Seems to be making higher highs and higher lows. shoot. I mean, I see the problem she's got to get over, but that don't look... I bet you the leverage, yeah. Isn't there a way you can change that, though? It does different things at different exchanges, depending on how much money you got, but you can lower the leverage. Because I meant to do that before my account got, or before my trade got liquidated, but I went to bed without thinking about it or something. And then I did the most dumbest, stupidest thing when I went live to talk about the one I just got liquidated from. I did something stupid that caused me to get liquidated on the other one that I was trying to save. It was so stupid. We were up $100 on that account today. I still got like $2,500 over on that account. Try to build her back up to 5,000 or 6,000. I would show that, but I'm not got my vipping thing turned on right now. But I do show my P&L and all of that stuff. Except for my personal stuff, because that's my personal stuff. This is for the channel stuff. So, 4 hour. I mean, pulled back, but overall, it looks like, apart from, you know, leverage, and I can't find what I'm looking for. Looks like she might have some legs. Higher highs, higher lows. I like that. Let's take a look at TARS. Or it was TAI, right? Bybit has it, okay, and TARS AI, Gate.io has it, okay. Let's take a look at that one. Oh, nice! Sam, was that you? That was yours, right? Sam Witt says, Trump kicked ass. He did very good, and he didn't let his ego get all crazy. And then wasn't that cool? Because that's what... We talk about ego and trading, but it is also ego. That's one of the big turnoffs about Trump for me. When he started getting all of his ego and, oh my gosh. And when they were having those daily meetings, I mean, it was back during COVID and everything. That was when it did start feeling like a show or something, right? I think he's got that though. I don't know. I hope so. So, do you know what's interesting? That me and my wife are on opposite sides. We cannot talk politics. And Grimmer says NXRA came down almost 6 cents yesterday. Our last measure move, 0.03 cents might come into play. Ooh. You know, I was into that one, and I had that one over on MexC. I moved it from KuCoin to MexC, but I eventually had to. I cleared out my MexC account today, getting ready for it, and put it all in Bitcoin. Well, I took some losses, but it was just, you got 3 days left, right? I don't know. I may be able to stick in it over there. I don't know if I hadn't gotten any notices over there, but I'm not going to risk it. So I just cleared that one out. I've been slowly moving off what I could. There's a few things I couldn't get out. Nexera went below. Excuse me, went below this target. What's going on here, Nexera? We'll zoom out just a little bit. Man, this pimp suit is getting hot, man. You can't see it, but I got purple zebra stripes on. Kind of looks blue on this. I got color correction for this filter I got. So when I have like my normal face shows up, it's all decolorized. I look like I got rosacea everywhere, and it looks a sight. Was that a measurement to the upside? Fell out of that, came back to the bottom of the pattern, crashed through it. I'm just going to erase everything, and that looks steeper than an 886. Looks like it fell through the 886. Did you fall through the 886? Yes, you did. Is that good or bad? It's good if she gets back above it. If she doesn't, then we're looking at coming right back down to where we were before. With the possibility of going lower, but doesn't necessarily have to. We had a 100% move up, come back to zero. And what we want to do is, of course, always looking at the 618. Not this one though. When we get her bottom, we'll take her and pull and do it. There, I mean, that's my strategy. That I would pull a fib here, find where we come down, then take a fib pull from high to that new bottom, and then I do my strategy. There are other ways to use fibs. That's my way, and then you got your more traditional way here, and you can just leave this one up and just kind of level back up through here, but you're a little bit more accurate the other way, I think. But all these previous levels are still, there will still be some kind of hiccup there. Oh lordy lordy, it's getting hot in here. So yeah, and maybe, I mean, 5 cents is on the table, doesn't mean we have to go there. But if we can break up above here and start getting higher highs and higher lows, I'd rather see it go from 7 cents to 9 or almost 10 cents than go all the way back to 5, unless you're trying to get it up high. Ichimoku Cloud says, well, Ichimoku Cloud is for it coming down. I mean, it kind of supports that idea. Moving averages, we haven't yet got the 100 crossing over the 200 on the daily, and that would be a hard one to pull off. It'd have to keep coming down a lot to do that, in my opinion. I think it's got a chance to bounce back. Let's come down to the smaller time frame, see what it says. We're here on the 4 hour. Turned into a pumpkin already. She's trying to get the 9 moving average. She's really trying. Ichimoku Cloud's not convincing me of that. Oh man. So far, I'm still kind of looking for this guy. About the 5 cent area. Maybe. Is there anything here that can tell us something? Oh, you hit a 113, maybe. Could you be bouncing here? You would really know. I mean, I have a better idea of it if you actually do look at it. Getting above that 886 level, 0.073, if she can come up there and do something like that, that's what we want to see. And that would be a good chance for this Fibonacci area to stick, and then we can start making our plans for when to start paying ourselves. Why are you so sleepy? So a lot of things have been picking up. There's one that, I don't know, have we looked at this one? I meant to look at this one. I don't know if we've looked at it. Called MOG. Well, clearly it's having a good day today. Let's give appreciation where appreciation is due, I guess. Yay! MOG coin! Woo! I'm not in this, but once I was. That's pretty cool. It's not the time to get in now, by any means. In my opinion. It is true, she did like a new area here, and there is an idea that you come back and buy a retest. That'd be an idea. You just got to make sure that that's going to bounce off of here before you jump in, and not come back down and do some kind of weird gotcha pattern. And sometimes I will take these trades, but in my personal opinion, to do that, to buy them when they break to a higher level like that, to me, that's a higher risk trade. And so, I mean, it's just a difference in my trading style. I like to try to get toward a bottom somewhere. And if I can't get it there, I'm looking for another one. Because there will always be a bottom. There might not always be a new top, but there's usually... bottoms usually abound in these charts. It looks good. 50 is about to cross over. Yawning like crazy. 50 is about to cross over the 200, meaning you'll get your official buy signal and the moving averages on the 4 hour. That's kind of cool. So for me, no, unless she does a pullback. And again, it would be buying, you know, that little toppy area. As it comes back down and touches this trend line, then I can justify it in my means. As long as I got a trend line there, I can justify it. If I'm just buying a candle in the air or something like that, I'm like, oh, that was probably not the smartest move to do. Because she hasn't made her lower low, or made her higher low, or lower low. Take a look at the meme coins seem to be hitting off, because when before the stream tonight, I looked up and see what was popping. It was all the meme coins are doing good. So Solana bags may be popping. I'll have to go over and check that out. I'll get some of these now. Punky, are you going to come up here to 62 or 68 cents? That would be awesome. Now we can, she's getting in the air, she's going to find some rejection. We'll pull that up to the top wicks and give her a little bit of breathing room, but still. If you look at the kind of overall shape that we got for this little leg, this pattern here, this local area, when you get the falling, it may look like a falling channel or a falling broadening wedge, open broadening pattern, they call it. Normally bullish, about 70% chance by Thomas Kupowski's standard statistics to break to the upside, so I like them. But she could come up here to the top and come down either halfway or all the way down, you don't know. So this trend line has been very well respected. I like that. And that means that it might be touched again. And usually if you kind of line up the support resistance areas with time and everything, and it kind of, we can suggest that, if you see what I'm doing here, I mean, it's something to play with. It's nothing to bet the farm on, but you know, you got a level where it could come back to that's near this trend line, drag it over, and might it take that long to hit the, I don't know, we'll see. Play it out, but this level could definitely be it. Ponky Ponky, the Ponky Honky coin. Let's come and check what you guys are saying. Joe said, Unify dumped hard. I'm on the 15-minute candles, lit for price action across above the 9 SMA to give me some gains. I hope it does well for you, Joe. It didn't look too bearish for me, but leverage on meme coins, or leverage on the altcoins, doesn't take much. Or when there's too much, it definitely makes it can get scary. Yeah, I understand that. Same way, I pimp is always cool, brother. So stop loss at 474 might get stopped out. And I've already forgot what I saw in Unify. So you're on the 15, right? Your stop loss is, what did you say? Oh, baby, you're just right. Ooh. You right at it. Well, let's see. Oh, man. Because if I had to guess, I would say 469 would be where she's trying to go to, just right under your stop loss. And the 272 is down here at 458. And have you no wiggle room? That would be the bottom of that trend line. Those are the places I like to get in, is right down here. I have put orders in at my stop loss or my liquidation points. I mean, it is not something we want to get a habit of doing, but you can save a trade that way. You can finagle your trades that way, but it's not the greatest habit to be in, as I've found, because all the times that I've gotten liquidated, I've been doing those techniques and they can backfire on you. So sometimes it's good. I'm learning, and well, you know it. I think a lot of us know what our problems are. It's just actually getting ourselves to actually improve on them. Because I know sometimes I do that. I'll go for those falling knife plays. I know, and I should be smarter with some of the things I do. Or I know I should be patient and buy lower or something. There's just the little things, whatever the things are that we need to work on. We usually have a good idea of it. We usually have that idea. We just don't. We just have some kind of problem admitting it to ourselves or actually taking action on it. It seems that's what I'm finding with myself, because they just become bad habits. They, you know. Oh look, darling, another cigarette. Oh, darn it! I didn't mean to smoke the cigarette. I just this is out of habit. I just kind of have to have it now. Just keep doing it out of habit. bad habits. And they're hard to quit, just like cigarettes. And nicotine gum, which is equally addictive. Well, Joe, I hope that works out with you, man. Whatever strategy you got going on. You know what you're doing better than I could ever guess what you got going on. And that's the thing about it is whatever trading situation that you're in, it's very personal to you. And so, and I'm sure Joe can vouch for this. When other people ask you, what should I do? What should I do? You know, I mean, it is not for me to say what to do. It's, you know, everything is personal. So when somebody goes, should I buy this at this price or should I buy? I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't know where your situation is because it is truly, truly different for everybody. Your risk tolerance, how much money you got, what leverage you're using, if you're using leverage, what your plan is. Are you trying to do this? Are you trying to get Bitcoin? Are you trying to take this altcoin and turn it into Bitcoin? Are you, I mean, what's your overall thing? Maybe. So no one can give anyone solid trading advice because we don't know what's inside your head, and this is all about what's inside your head. If you haven't figured it out, all this trading and investing stuff, it's all about what's inside your head. And if you can get that straight and get some kind of little system that kind of works for you and keep repeating it over and over, you'll do a lot better in this market. And hang around some people that aren't egomaniacs, aren't trying to get every last penny you got, and who like to share things and actually share for free and not just like, well, look how nice I was to share that. Okay, so it's Remy No Limit. Okay, we did GME. Grimmer says, would Degen so hard if it hit 3 cents? 3 cents? Take a bank loan. I like that project. All right. One thing, I mean, I haven't checked on it. I want to do this though. And if I'm thinking right, this was this used to be Alliance Blockchain. Yeah, it was Alliance Blockchain, and they had some kind of it wasn't a hack. It was some exploit, and man, they hit them hard. And I picked up some on the low end, just throwing some limit orders in when they were dumping, and then they replaced the token, and then I got more than what I put money into, so it actually came out good. I bought that falling knife, and I guess I got it at a good price. I wanted to see what their scores is. Okay, so look, investor grade is 65%, fundamental grade 62%, valuation grade 88%, undervalued. It's got good solid project scores over here by Tokenmetrics, and you can definitely go check it out and learn more about it, which I would remind you to do for anything. I'm getting away from just getting into the chart that might look good for a pump or anything, because I just anymore I've got so many of these little coins out there that just end up, you know, being an opportunity cost for me at some point if I stay in them, if I'm not just getting in and out of them. Or so many boom bags of these little projects that I have little conviction in, and I really want to just start focusing on the ones I got conviction on. So see about weeding out in profit as some of these things come up, and figure out which ones I want to wean over and wean and get more into some more of the bigger projects I have more conviction in. So Alliance Blockchain has a $55 million market cap. Oh, wow. Circulating supply of 791 million out of a total supply of 850. That's looking nice to me. All-time high was 28 cents, and we're sitting at around 7 right now. And if she goes down to 5 or 3, what we were looking at on the charts there, Grimmer said he thought it'd go to 3, and it might. Man, dude, my degen is not really my degen. My position trader is starting to think, maybe I need to get back in this. Well, guys, it is 12 o'clock, and I went over several. I think I got all the requests that we had there. I haven't. I'll try to make a note, but I probably won't get to it tonight. There were two coins I want to take a look at very quickly. One was Pendle, because she's kind of down. Is it a good time to buy Pendle? I would start looking. Let's see, let's zoom out. Because she was on a drop. Was it a big enough drop? She might come lower. Might be a possibility of coming lower. Where? Down to this area, 442-ish area, maybe. Or she may just bounce from this area. Now that does make a little bit more sense for me right now because moving averages have not really crossed bearishly. All the moving averages are still on the bullish side of the 200 moving average, and that's a big thing for me. They start crossing, I'll start looking at 442, but she might be in some areas if it works with whatever strategy, if you're in on this one. I like buying the bottom of the trend lines or nibbling at bottom of trend lines. But she seems to be coming down. She was at 724 and hanging around 526 now, so maybe one to put on your radar. She may get cheaper. She may come down to 378, somewhere through there. There's a support resistance flip area right here. It's kind of weak on this side, but what is that, about 383? The other one I looked at was Arkham. I looked at that pretty regular. This is one I FOMO'd into when she was down on the cheap, like, you know, like new cheap, like seriously, wow. I just knew that from what it would do, it just made sense to me that some people would be piled in on this at some point. And luckily that one turned out, so cool. And I've been nibbling at more every drop that she gets. I'll never get her at the price that I got her back here or something. Yeah, it was somewhere around 40 cents. It was somewhere in that area, and she went all the way up to, what, about $4, right? I thought I remember her getting up to $4. Yeah, $4. Did a 10x for me right there. So I've got her moon bagged, and then if I can just get some more, I'm cool with it. Might happen because we got this little rising pattern, and they do tend to break down. It may not, but if it does, I want to be ready for it at about $1.66, $1.68. Maybe all the way back down to this area. Retouch the bottom of this trend line, about $1.58 if it happens. Anywhere under $2 for Arkham looks kind of interesting to me personally. But just something to put on the radar. She seems to be, I don't think she's quite, I know that's supposed to be a 618, it's supposed to be, but what do we got now? Losing the non-moving average on the 12-hour. I think she's got a good chance to come down maybe a little bit there. A little bit more of a discount. Ichimoku cloud starting to get nice and thick. Now usually when that happens, there might be a turnaround coming at some point. There might be some point. If she comes down, and she might end up going into the cloud. So it may not be a big ass retracement, but that cloud likes to suck us up into it a little bit. So that's a good sign for her. She may be getting ready to turn around. Arkham, I like that one. Take a look at good old Bitcoin back over here. 61,700, which is a lot better than 60,700 where we've been. We're improving on this weird ass 6 minute. What are you doing here? That look crazy. How you deal with that? I draw a trend line. I always draw a trend line. Even when they don't look like you can draw a trend line, you can usually find a trend line. Find it where it starts on the bottom and go with that next touch and wherever it leads you. It's a good way to start there. 61.6. Can we get 61? Can you reach it? Oh man, don't do it. Haven't you been looking at my indicators here? What do you look like? On the 6 minute time frame. I'm on the 6 minute time frame trying to figure out where Bitcoin's gonna go. Still, same thing. Still need to get about 62,558-ish. Higher high above there make me feel a lot better about number go up. We are approaching in on the weekend one more time. It's weekend after weekend, and see where the money market makers park us for the weekend. See if retail starts coming in. This was last Friday when all this crap happened, right? We had the big drop. Sad, sad, sad. Don't need another one, really. We really just want Bitcoin to keep going up. I'm ready. I'm ready for a bags pump because I'm just tired of riding this yo-yo up and down, up and down. I'm ready. I'm ready for that life-changing money to come, baby. Come on. Can we speed this up just a little bit? Can we put this on? Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. I'll be back again tomorrow taking a look at the market. If life is not too crazy, might be able to do a daytime stream or something. But I appreciate you hanging out with me. Shooting the old crypto. Road Dog trying to get my taco money. How did you know? And thank you, Slinda. Thank you for hanging out with me. And guys, if you can, before you leave, for Ellis.
Thank you very much.
Supposedly it helps a tidy little channel grow. We'll get there when we get there. But until then, until I get there, I'm just going to keep coming back and talking about crypto because I just like to do it. It's fun. That's all it needs to be. Good night, everybody. God bless you.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog.
I keep getting the top chat instead of the live chat, and I end up missing a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry about that, guys. I didn't see all this other stuff in the middle.
You won't make it to the finish line. Nope. If you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. It was fine, never mind. Unpredictable. Vader if the ground, you ain't no one.
Ah, thanks for the. I had that new setup. Gosh darn it.
For those of you out there that have been hitting
You got
that
me, Striker.
like button, I just want to say thank you.
I had the
Thank you
new
very
setup
much.
and didn't do it. I guess this is an Easter egg. All right, today in crypto, let's see what's happened with our altcoins here. VanEx admitted VanEx Solana trust application according to Wintermute CEO Evgeny Gavoy. There is a near zero chance Solana ETF will get approved this year. Wow. Ooh, will that be FUD on the price? Coinbase has decided not to facilitate the upcoming migration of the ASI merger, and this will affect or could affect FET Ocean and AGIX. Trump and Biden debate today. Trump MAGA Biden. Blast has announced that phase 2 will include points and gold with a new distribution mechanism. An in-depth guide will be released next week. Block Asset Co. has announced its official partnership with UFC, so look for something with Block Token. EOS Network published additional details on the changed EOS tokenomics and will launch staking on July 8th. Lisk has announced a community vote from September 24th to October 1st to decide whether to burn or allocate 100 million LSK tokens to the DAO fund. Mana Network has announced that Manta's W wrapped USDM is now backed by BlackRock's Biddle Fund. Radiant Capital has announced that they are in the final stretch for the launch of version 3 and expansion to base. And Wynn has announced its acquisition of Should Have Cat, the largest cat page on X. Tezos, ticker symbol XTZ, has revealed a roadmap, Tezos X, splitting off transaction execution into a canonical roll-up over the next 2 years. And lastly, Zeta Chain is set to release product updates on July 2nd. This is all from Layer GG. Like and retweet the news. What happened in crypto the last 12 hours? Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for reminding me, Striker.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like
Oh, that
button,
wasn't the end screen.
I just want to say thank you.
Come on.
Good night, everybody.